brought an easy up canopy. 72.3 degrees outside and 85% humidity.
What the hell was that?
Another YouTuber here.
What is going on, guys? I'm back. I know it's been a while. It's been a couple of months since I've been able to get out and take a trip, because ever since my last trip in April, I seem to have had something going on every single weekend. Or actually, I don't even think I've ever introduced myself. My name is...
What are you, Clarence?
But you, Clarence.
This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence.
My name is Clarence, but most people just call me Rick. It's my middle name. This is my dog, Liana, one of my two dogs. And what we do here is, if you're into truck camping and going out to new places, and we're headed to West Virginia again, and we're doing a little bit of a different plan. My original plan was to, well, we're still kind of doing that, and that is getting to a higher elevation because it's just so stinking hot outside and humid. I think the only way to get away from it is to go to a higher elevation. What I wanted to do is to do some dispersed camping in George Washington National Forest in Virginia, and everything was good to go up until yesterday when I looked at the weather, and they were calling today for all of my backup areas. I had 3 places that I was going to go. One of them was near a creek. Another one was way up at the, I think it was Bald Knob, which is near Flagpole Knob in Virginia. There's very severe thunderstorm watches for that area, and as anybody knows in the mountains, you know, you never really know what you're going to get, and it varies, you know, from mile to mile depending where you are, because, you know, the mountains make their own weather. But just given that everything that's been going on with the flooding in Texas and what happened last year down in, you know, in North Carolina, East Tennessee of Appalachia, I just don't want to risk it. I don't want to get, you know, near body water, because they're calling for flash floods too. Like, I don't want to risk putting myself in a situation to where, you know, I would I'd have to get out in the middle of the night if things got too hairy. So where we are going today is almost the highest point in West Virginia, Spruce Knob, and there is a campground up there that's run by the National Forest. It's not free camping, which I'd like to do, but it doesn't cost that much. I think it's only like $25 to camp there. And, you know, I don't really particularly care for campgrounds because I try to get away from people if I can. But, you know, there's a paved road there. You know, everything is flat up there, the campsites at least, so I don't have to worry about washouts and stuff on, you know, basically dirt road trails. So that's where we're going to go overnight. And I've always wanted to go here too, and it's nearby Seneca Rocks. I think we're getting near the top, to where the Spruce Knob Lake is and the campground too. The road is no longer paved and it's gravel, a little potholey, a little bit rutted out, but the ride's a lot better because I actually replaced the suspension of this truck about 2 months ago, shortly after my last trip down in Squirrel Gap Road in George Washington National Forest. So I put Fox 2.0s on all 4 corners, and then of course rotated the tires, and it's made a pretty nice difference here. I mean, obviously it's you know, the road's kind of rough, but definitely a lot less bouncing around. Whoop, there's a pothole, and there's a lot less knocking too, because I fixed the doors as well.
So, okay guys, we are here at camp, and man, Jeebus, crammity. Been having all kinds of technical difficulties. So I'm just using the Action 4, the Osmo Action 4 camera now instead of my gimbal. But anyway, we're here at camp. We are at Spruce Knob Lake Campground. Almost one of the highest points in West Virginia. The highest point is Spruce Knob itself. We're a little bit lower. I think we are about 4,300 feet above sea level. So it's been a nice afternoon. It's about 4:30, and we had a lot of rain coming down. Come here, Beans. Come here. A lot of rain and clouds and just fog, and I'm surprised that it's sunny out right now. And even though it's been in and out the entire time, we have had more sun than we have clouds, so I'm thankful for that. It's also about 10 to 15 degrees cooler up here than it is down in the valley. At about 72 degrees, I think it is, but it is still humid. So that's something to factor in, but it's better than being 88. I think it's about 75% humidity. That's better than 88 degrees and 75% humidity. So I'll take it. So I'm going to show you around camp around here. So we have obviously the rig all set up. Here I've got my black water container, just sit it out in the sun, baking, just in case. I might take a shower. It's getting pretty warm. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm. I might take a shower. I don't know. I'm kind of in between that. I'm not really sure yet. So yeah. So we've got the rig, basic setup. You know, we've got the cargo carrier in the front. That carries my big blue camping box that holds all of my stuff, so I don't have to pack everything inside the camper. We have the awning out, and I've also brought an easy up canopy, just kind of rigged in a way that hopefully will. The idea is to kind of like offset any kind of drip edge, because I do have some electronics, primarily the air conditioner, and then I have the hand washing station that runs off of a rechargeable USB pump. Of course, you know, got Leona's chair, my chair, the chuck box, and I've got the generator down over there with a tarp over top of it underneath the picnic table here, just in case we do get some rain. I was running the air conditioning off of the generator to conserve on the battery life of my my power station. The power station is 1.5 kilowatt hour, but if you figure 80% of the actual usage, it's closer to around 1,300 watt hours. But we have had a decent amount of sun, so it's fully charged. So if I do need to run, if I do need to run the air conditioner tonight, even though it's not that hot out here, but it is pretty humid, with both me and Leon inside there heating that place up. If I do need to run it, I'll have the power station to rely on 100%. I could probably get about at least 7 hours of running this on full blast, which I don't think I'll need to do. Currently it is, it's 72.3 degrees outside at 85% humidity. But inside the camper, it's 75. It was a little bit cooler because I keep opening the door here. And, you know, about 70% humidity. So much less humid because, well, that's what air conditioners do. They remove the humidity from the air as well as cooling it. Leanna, you good? Good girl. So yeah, this is camp for the night. I have no service here. So I've got the inReach out connected to my phone to text the wife, let her know what's going on, and so I can communicate with her. Of course, you know, with open route to the sky. Trying to dry out some firewood here. Might make a fire tonight if it does cool off a bit. I don't know. I might take a shower. I'm not sure. See, I'm not that gross yet, but we'll see. But I am starting to get kind of hungry. And it's almost about time for Liana to eat her dinner. So I'm going to go ahead and get her fed. And then probably get myself something to eat here too. But it's not bad. I mean, This is a campground. Not my ideal place to camp because I don't like being around people. I like people, I really do. I love all y'all. I just don't like being close to people when I'm camping out in nature. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Are you like that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. All right, so we're gonna go for a little walk here. See what's going on out over here. This is kind of like some really old growth spruce forest. Whew. I mean, aptly named. This is Spruce Knob after all, so it makes sense that there is a lot of spruce growth. It's amazing because there's no like understory at all. It's just moss and some fern. Come here, Beans. Look at that. You can get lost around here. You don't know where you're going. Over here, Beans. So you probably don't know, Leona's nickname is Bean because when she was a puppy, like all puppies or baby animals, their heads are disproportionate to their body. So she looked like a kidney bean with legs because she had a really deep red color. As a matter of fact, her name was Red from the rescue we got her from, and we changed her name to Liana because she was young enough. But yeah, so I just call her Bean as a nickname. And a friend of ours misunderstood that and called her Beans. And somehow we just started calling her Beans too. Plural, Beans. I don't know why, but that's what it is. Pretty good around the people. She gets spooked by anything that's new. She doesn't like other dogs, at least dogs that are bigger than her. But she listens to me. That's a big thing. My other dog, Dexter, I think I've showed some photos. I'll show some photos here. One with the big ears. He gets along with everybody, and he loves everybody and everything. But he don't listen for a hoot at all. That's why I don't bring him with me, because I'm always so worried that he'll just run off and I'll never be able to find him somewhere out in the wilderness where I don't have cell service like that right out here. Liana, on the other hand, even though she doesn't get along with a lot of people and dogs, she does listen, stays by my side. Aww. Can't even sit on the chairs there because they're all wet. I mean, even though I got the canopy up, it's just the wind blowing, and you know, water always finds its way onto something whether you like it or not. Even my air conditioning got a little bit wet, but I think it's okay. We'll power it up here. I dried it off best I could, and we'll power it up here just to make sure it comes on. I don't think it didn't get soaked, just got a little bit of splash on it. My dog Liana, she's got a fear of loud noises, so thunder, fireworks. Not a lot of dogs are like that, but she often associates the rain and the noise of the rain with thunder, and then she gets kind of scared. So right now she's a little bit stressed out. So she's sitting in the cab of the truck. So I don't know. That's another reason why I might not go hiking, because I don't want to stress her out. We'll see. There is a lake over here, not too far from the campground. We can go check out. Let's
the only thing I really don't like about camping in the rain is that you either put everything away wet or you try to dry it off before you put it away. Just makes breaking down camp that much more, not difficult, just, a little bit more of a pain. Alright, so the air conditioner does work. That's good. I got a little worried there for a second. I plugged it into the inverter. I heard a little beep, but then the power button wouldn't come on, so but it finally did. So that's good. Now I'll just knock everything over. Basically all my cookware. I'm just loading at my truck toolbox because it's going to get washed when I get home. Everything out here is wet. I'm never really going to get it clean, and I don't like putting wet stuff inside my boxes because, I just don't want them to grow mildew, especially when it's, incredibly humid outside like it's been all summer. And this is just a funnel. Basically, it's like a little sink. I have a little shower strainer in here because if I'm washing out some stuff, I've had a little opening there get clogged up by food stuff. So this just catches it as a way to clean it out. But again, I'll take this home and I'll wash it. What you doing, girlie? You want to go check out the lake? You want to go see the lake? I don't think anything else goes in there. Let me double check. All right, everything's all packed up. Man, everything is wet. Everything is wet, and it's even that cold outside. But I'm just soaked from. I don't mind getting wet, but it's not something I go out looking for. But I mean, it didn't put a damper on the whole trip. I mean, it's nice. I'd rather be dealing with this than 85 degrees and 90% humidity. Heck with that. Find the silver lining, right? But I don't know. I think Liana wants to leave. She was just getting bored, so I might give her a walk around the lake. Let's do that. So let's start up the old girl here. Belt squeal. Every time it rains out a lot, or it's really wet conditions, the dang belts are just so darn noisy. And let's put it up high idle here for a second. I guess I didn't tell you guys here too. I mean, one of these days I'm gonna do a kind of show you around how I have my entire camping system, and then show you a little bit about the truck too, because this truck is kind of a sleeper. It's 27, almost 28 years old, and 233,000 miles, but it's got some work done to it. And what I had before is I had installed a PHP hydro chip. Then I got it from Jelly Build, Chris Jellicoe, and he's pretty well known for tuning these OBS Power Strokes. And I got his tunes on it. So I got a couple of tunes. What are they? High Idle, Tow Performance, Eco Mileage, Daily Driver, Hot Street, and Extreme Street. I don't know why I got the latter two, because I almost never use them, because I don't really tool around in this. But the cool thing about it is it definitely smooths out the shift points. Because if anybody knows these automatic E4OD transmissions, they shift really hard, and they often get this weird third gear hang up, which kind of drives me nuts. I mean, really, I wish it was a manual transmission with the ZF5, but they're hard to find, and anybody who's got them ain't getting rid of them. Let's go ahead and put it back into Daily Driver. So anyway, yeah, I'm happy about that. Crazy. Anywhere you could go. Not even 150 feet away from the trash can. One of the fishing spots. Citronelle candle wick, candle, empty bottle of torch fuel, 3 beer cans. Gosh. Clean up after yourselves, people. Don't be a jerk. Man. This is an incredibly easy road to drive, and I tell you, the amount of potholes in this thing is just atrocious. And they kind of just come right up on you because they're full with water, and the water is almost the exact same color as the gravel. So you can't see it until it's too late. When I was walking around the lake, I realized that some of the footage that I had shot on one of my cameras was in slow motion. So, I tell you, I'm still learning how to do this YouTube thing. I might be able to speed it up in post, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure there's no audio. At least it wasn't doing on the playback, so I have to see if there's no audio, then I'm SOL and I just can't use it. Now to get back down to the mountain, if I recall yesterday, it was about 40 minutes drive. You got to go real slow on this gravel. I'm doing about just a hair over 20. Oh, that's why. Don't want to go too fast. Another thing too is I didn't have service for quite some time before I even made it to Seneca Rocks, which is about another 45 minutes drive from once we get down from the mountain. So I don't even know really which way to go back. I mean, I kind of have a pretty good idea where I went. Alright, we're still up on the mountain, but I just came into an area where I just noticed I got an alert on my phone, so I looked at it as, oh, I actually have a little bit of service, so that was good. Now I was able to stop here and route my way home, because it's like, at least with Google Maps, is once you already have your route going, and even if you don't have service, as long as you don't close it out, which is what I did yesterday, that you can still What's wrong, Beansy? I want to get out and go step in this red mud, and you get all this red mud inside the truck, right? Is that what you want? What the hell was that? Just doing a circle check here. Make sure everything's yep. We got another YouTuber here, Ray's 254 Adventures. It's a pretty slick looking XJ. I wonder if it's a manual. Nope. I couldn't tell. I wasn't sneaking around. Oh, cool. He's also from Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania. It's basically everywhere in between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. This
Check that out. That's beautiful. Look at that. Wow.
Triangle Rock. I want to get out and check it out, but somebody's sitting down over there on the rocks with their dog, so if I get out, leave Leon in here. She'll start whining, but if I take her out, she's probably going to start barking at the dog, and I don't want to spoil that guy's peace. Plus, I also feel weird about, I'm still kind of getting used to filming in public. I'm not going to lie, it feels kind of strange. So, that is pretty cool. Almost like a rotating eddy inside there. That's pretty neat. Alright, well, we are here at Awning Brewing, just outside. Ooh, hang on a second, Beansy. Just outside of Martinsburg, West Virginia. We're getting close. Going up the 81 corridor. We're going getting close to home, but I am hungry and I needed to use the bathroom. And I figure I'd just let Liana just walk around a bit. They said that we can bring her inside, so that was cool. This should be dog friendly. All right, after I eat my pizza. Oh, looks like the pizza's ready. All right, so nice. Why don't you come in here though? Right. Really good filter. Okay, well, we stopped and got some pizza, had 2 pints of this brewery. It's really nice. It's a farm brewery here, just outside of Martinsburg, West Virginia. It's called Awning Brewing. Really cool. I asked them if I could bring my dog outside, and they're like, "Yeah, we're dog friendly. You can bring him in. You can bring him inside." I said, "Great," because it's hotter than Hades outside. So, hey, went inside, got a killer pizza with some jalapenos and a nice West Coast IPA and a really clean, very refreshing Pilsner. I think that about wraps up the trip here. Another one in the bag. I know it was kind of a hodgepodge of things this weekend because my original plans got scrapped, but we still made it work. And you know, I haven't been out in a couple of months, and I explain why. There's just something going on every weekend. But this trip is in the bag, and I'm looking forward to the next one. So again, thanks guys for coming along, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.